All right, so once you have the entire background divided into 16 sections, the next step is that you're going to make this look three-dimensional. There's multiple ways you can do this, and I'm going to show you just a couple of on this. We'll use this as a practice piece here. The first thing is, keep in mind, we want to make it look like this is going back in space here. So one of the more common ones is to make rounded lines to make it look like a tube. So we'd go back, and we'd continue with this rounded look like this. All right, and you can do this so it makes it look like it's coming up and around like this. You could also do the same thing but more concave, where they're rounding like this. All right, you could also use a technique where you use straight lines but you angle them so it almost looks like it is coming up and out of the paper, but it's also going back in space. So I would do a line like this, and then I would go down like this. All right, so these are just a couple of different ideas, ways to make this a little more interesting. All right, so when you get to this point, you're starting to get that finished look here. So this is one that I used in class. And what I did for my background here is I have curving up, and then I used a straight line, curving up, straight line, curving up. And I would do that all the way around my paper. You'll see that I'm actually going behind the letters, like right here, there's a line behind my E. So my background is in the background, my letters are on top. All right, and then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to have 5 objects that are, in a sense, they're floating in your paper or on your paper. And I used lips here, I used a tube here. We talked in class about making a star, so I'll do a star over here. And again, I have a class, so I'm going to tell them to get busy because they're really having fun, I think, watching me. You guys need to get busy, okay? I'm recording for a student, so and she needs to see this. So you guys get busy, work on your portraits, please. So anyway, I'm going to do a star right here. You could do a lynx paw print. You can do a 4-leaf clover. You could do lips. You could do tubes. I would stay away from boxes because I think they're simple and boring, and I know you can challenge yourself to something other than that. So see what you can do. Not the best star, but we'll go with it. All right. So I'm going to treat the star the same as my letters. I want it to be three-dimensional, so I'm going to use a vanishing point and connect every corner that I can to that vanishing point, as long as it doesn't go through. All right, so we do this one and we would do this one. All right, that's the first step. Next rule or step is I'm going to repeat what the front of the star does. So this angles, this angles. We want those to be parallel. So I'm going to line it up here. I'm going to slide it back. I'm going to draw my line, and then I'm going to switch this diagonal line for this diagonal line, and then I'm going to have this line going back right here. All right, so far we have all of our, we'll assume we do. We have all the letters done, three-dimensional, first and last name. We have the background done in a design that makes it look like it's going back in space, and then we have 5 additional objects that are three-dimensional and going to the vanishing point. Next step is how to color it, but I'm going to stop the tape just to make sure that we get this one saved.